Right across the box, there's a big chance.
Great play by the Navy there, fantastic football.
And it's a goal! The Army have an all-important second goal.
Full time in this match, thrilling stuff, especially in the second half.
One game plan, and it's paid off.
A very good afternoon to you from the SB Stadium here at Bracknell Town FC for our second helping in 24 hours of Forces football. You lucky people out there. Last night the Army senior men triumphed 2-1 over the Royal Air Force in a thrilling game at Aldershot Town. This afternoon it's time for the women's fixture. The RAF looking to score a 6th successive title against the Army after a 2-1 win over the Navy 2 weeks ago in Lincoln. Goes outside to Abby Hayes. Goalkeeper doesn't make it, and this time it has gone in. Nice free kick going in, and it's gone into the net.
Another fullback.
And that is another fullback who scored this time. Here's Nat Bavister on this left-hand side. Gets a really good cross in, and the header is in the back of the net. And that is indeed the last kick of the game. The RAF have got over the line here with a 2-1 victory over the Royal Navy. So the RAF claiming victory then in a tight game, wasn't it? But what about today? A win guarantees their inter-services dominance for the Royal Air Force. They're up against an Army team into a new era without the likes of Chrissy Wright, who has been at the forefront of Army women's football for so many years. Well, there's quite a lot of newcomers coming into the team as well, and so a lot to look forward to for both sides, obviously, with that RAF team looking to cement a 6 successive inter-services championship. Well, earlier on I caught up with both of the head coaches, Carl Craven from the RAF, but first of all the Army's Craig Parker. Well, Craig Parker, the head coach here of the Army team today. Big day for a lot of your players, of course, who you brought through from the development side.
Yeah, we're really excited today. Perfect weather, perfect opportunity for the players to come through. I feel like we're on a bit of a journey today. I'm excited to see some new faces that will be in the starting 11. We're excited for it.
And of course, you're into the post-Chrissy era, aren't you? You know, Chrissy Wright, who has been at the forefront of Army football for so long, but she's obviously not involved. She retired last year. We never thought she was ever going to retire.
Yeah, she'll be here today. And one thing she has got is spirit. And I know that the girls today will have that Chrissy Wright spirit. So hopefully we can do it for her, but we'll also do it for ourselves. So yeah.
It's a while since you beat the Army, of course, since you beat the RAF, I should say. They're looking for a 6th successive championship. So, you know, there's a big hill to climb today, Craig. Yeah,
agreed. And fair play to them. You know, if you look back for the last 5-6 years, they've been the most dominant team. We came close last year, and I know what our flaws were, and we've put them right. And you'll see us today, and we're really going to go for it today.
And a few surprises, I'm sure, in your lineup. A few goal scorers, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you though. We'll keep that one until it kicks off, eh?
Okay, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, Carl Craven, a game to look forward to, of course, today. You've done half the job, that win against the Navy a couple of weeks ago up at Lincoln. They gave you a really tough examination that day, and I'm sure you're expecting exactly the same today from the Army.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the position we want to be, and obviously you don't want to lose that first game. And we were lucky enough to come away with the win. The Navy did push us, and we expected that. Obviously, we've always got a target on our back, being IS champions and retaining it for the last 5 consecutive ISs. So, yeah, we know we've got that target on our back, and we know both services are itching at the bit to win it off us. So it's what we wanted. It's a good test. It's a nice one to start with, and now obviously we move on to the Army.
What would it mean today to secure that 6th successive title?
Well, personally, it'll mean a lot because I've never been in that situation where I've actually won an IS previously. So, yeah, personally, it'll mean a lot. And obviously, the girls, it's what we work for all season. It's 8 months of hard work, all leading down to 2 fixtures in that format that we're in now. And we've done, like you say, we've done half the job, and now it's about doing it against the Army.
And you're up against a bit of an unknown quantity in this Army team, of course, post Chrissy Wright, but a lot of young players have come through their development programme. So difficult to know what you're going to be up against.
True, but I've tried to do as much background checks as I can and try to make some of their fixtures. So yeah, obviously we know that the Army are always going to be physical. They're going to be fit. They're going to come at us. So ultimately, we're just going to focus on ourselves and do what we do best and keep hold of the ball if we can and play our game, and hopefully at the end of it, well, I say hopefully, at the end of it we will come out with the result that we've worked hard for.
Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Carl. So there's the views then from the coaches from the dugouts. The players will be due out very, very shortly onto this drenched pitch here today. It's actually such a long time since I said sun here in the UK. But it's a great pleasure to welcome this afternoon our co-commentator, who is the assistant development coach for the Army women's team, the Army women's development team, and that's Sergeant Jack Smith. Jack, I have to say, you are most definitely the best dressed co-commentator we've ever had on our live streams today. Thank you for turning up. It might get a bit hot though in 3-piece suits here this afternoon.
Yeah, I think later on I'll probably end up taking it all off.
Well, not too much, hopefully. But anyway, we're great to have you with us today. And I mean, looking at the 2 teams, and obviously we're going to be seeing the teams coming out very shortly. For the Army, first of all, obviously the home team today, it's almost a new era for Army women's football, isn't it? I mean, I mentioned Chrissy Wright, who has been playing football and involved with Army football basically since football began, really. And obviously she's not here now. I think she actually retired, didn't she, last season at Lincoln when they played the Air Force then. She's on the board of trustees now, I think, for the Army FA. So she's going to be continuing. But they're going to, I mean, a play like that you are going to miss.
Yeah, so with the youth and experience that she has across inter-services and core level football, there's just loads of it. Missing her is a big step. They've had a good training camp without her. Some new young talent coming in, with then players stepping up, i.e. Courtney Jones. I believe this is her last inter-services. So losing her as well. So it's this year is probably the time for the youngsters to come step up now.
It is. Well, Courtney is captaining the Army team today, and it is her final match in charge, or final match in the red shirt of the Army. You mentioned new players. Obviously, you're very well qualified to talk about those players. I mean, Tyree Bell in goal, Tash Toms today, Elise Haynes. They are in the starting 11, and then Eve Shaw and Lucy Wadden on the bench. So there's an awful lot to look forward to from Army women's football, but they're up against a very strong RAF team, of course, who are looking for a 6th successive title. What are these young players going to bring to the Army team today?
I think the youth and the youngsters obviously they've like no fear. I think because it's their first year, they don't really know what to expect. So I think that'll be a tough test for the RAF, because they won't know what to expect for these young players either as well.
They're so together. I mean, we saw them earlier on. They all wandered down the pitch side here past our commentary position with the ghetto blaster roaring away, and they're obviously so together as a squad, and so much up for this game here.
Yeah, when I first got here earlier on, and they was all walking around, tunes are blasting, everyone's high-fiving each other, the smiles are on, even just doing the warm-up then. They just look relaxed, I think, up for it today. Well,
let's look at the RAF team as well, because obviously they're the sitting tenants here, going for a 6th successive title. That is remarkable. The Army, of course, did it between 2011 and 2016, so they've been there, but this could equal that record today. And when you've got players like obviously Kat Beaver, who's captaining the team once again, and you've got players all over the pitch that can cause damage, it's going to be a big ask for the Army. But you know, they've got some great players of the RAF, but you know, obviously we saw them against the Navy a couple of weeks ago, and it was a tough battle. So they know they're in for a battle today.
Yeah, they're definitely in for that battle. I think that experience they're bringing along with Kat in that back four, it'll be hard for the Army to break down, but I think they'll do it.
Well, the team's now coming out onto the pitch, and the one player, of course, who is probably, you've noticed, is missing from the RAF team is Pip Wilson today. And Pip, everyone is with you. We know that there's a big sort of family thing going on at the moment, and everyone's sending their love and best wishes from the entire squads, both the Army and the RAF, because they'd much rather have had you out there playing today. So best wishes from everyone to Pip Wilson, who I know will be watching today back home. So the players lining up, the Army, as you can see, have actually brought 4 mascots today, which I don't think I've ever seen before at representative level here. Let's just give them a mention, shall we? Isabella and Phoebe Parker, Harnan Marsh, who is Amber's son, who's obviously in the Army team today, and Amelia McGowan as well, who Jack is one of the Army coaches' daughters as well. So great to have those youngsters there. You can just see them all looking forward to supporting their team in their colours. We're now going to have the introduction to all the VIPs as well, and led this afternoon as Izzy just leading everyone out onto the pitch with the RAF's Air Vice Marshal Giles the Good, who is the president of RAF Football Association. Lieutenant Colonel Tony Rock as well is there, former chairman of the referees committee, and also behind him you can see Dave and Jen there from No Bounce, who are one of the sponsors today, and also Charlie from UBI, who are sponsoring this match. So they're now just being introduced to the players as we kick off, and everyone's in good spirits here today, Jack, aren't they? Because I think it's, you know, who could fail to be loving an afternoon like this in the sunshine? Yeah, you can't beat it. Sun's out, like we said, first time in a while. Sun's been out, and just a lovely day, lovely pitch. Hopefully a good game of football. So we'll have the national anthem very shortly. The Army players now just being introduced to the Air Vice Marshal there, and again we're just in the sun. We've got obviously the officials here today. They're all from the Royal Navy, and looking after things today. And man in the middle is Gareth Davis. His assistants referees today are Ben Houghton and Graham Nairn, and the fourth official is Michael Clements. So those are the officials who will be on duty for us this afternoon. And wherever you're watching, we're delighted to have you with us today. And if we have half the excitement that we had last night at the Aldershot Town Stadium, then we'll be in for a really good afternoon. this afternoon, and of course that finished in the most exciting of fashions, didn't it, with the Army getting that very, very late goal to take them to take on the Royal Navy next week at Fratton Park. That's a game, of course, that we'll be showing live here on our Forces News YouTube channel, as well, of course, as the penultimate match, which will be the Navy against the Army women's game, which is the day before at Havant and Waterlooville. Time now, though, for the national anthem. So the official duty is completed now. It's time to enjoy an afternoon of football. And obviously we've talked a bit about some of the exciting young players, Jack, that you've got in the Army team. And I'm just wondering about what sort of game we can expect from them.
I think we're going to expect a back and forth. I think the pace, the youth coming at the RAF, I think they'll take a couple of minutes to struggle to come through, but I think the Army will prevail with the youngsters come through. The inexperience might let them down in some areas, but I think the Army have got this.
Well, the stats don't actually maybe stand up what you say. Recently, the Army have failed to win against the RAF since 2022. That was a 2-0 victory. In fact, all the games that season ended 2-0. The RAF claiming the title. Last year, a 7-goal thriller. I don't know whether you saw that one up at Lincoln, but it ended 4-3 to the RAF in the end. It was a thrilling encounter, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was actually there at the game as well. It was a thrilling game, back and forth. Mistakes cost the Army last year. 2 mistakes at the back, and then the RAF punish you.
But one thing I think we can just about guarantee, I can't 100% guarantee it, but just about guarantee is that we'll have plenty of goals, because only twice in the history of this tournament with the women's fixtures have the matches ended 0-0 between these two. So hopefully that's not sort of scuppered that particular thought, but we expect goals, and we're hoping to see loads of goals this afternoon. So fingers crossed on that one. The biggest wins, by the way, the Army won 5-1 back in 2005. The RAF won 5-0 in 2016. But I should tell you that the Army still won the title that year. So a big victory doesn't necessarily guarantee anything. So this is the last group hugs going on from both teams. The two captains standing by. And the officials just going through the pre-match pleasantries. Courtney Jones and Kat Beaver, the two respective captains. Just the last minute. I wonder what the players are thinking, what they're talking to each other about at the moment. You think they are just thinking, well, are they sizing the opponents up, or they're just concentrating on their own games? Hearing the two coaches earlier on, they were just focusing on each other. I know particularly talking to Carl Craven there, he says, we're aware obviously of these newcomers in the Army team, but we just going to focus on our game. And of course, what sort of game you're going to get against the Army, against the RAF, don't you?
Yeah, so if it was Courtney now, I'll be talking to him, just relax. Don't let the occasion get to yourself. Just play your game of football. The way Craig and Alex have been talking, I've been out in Gibraltar. They've just play their game of football. Don't let the occasion get to them.
Okay, so just about ready to go here. The clock just popping round towards 3 o'clock. In fact, it's just gone 3 o'clock. It's 2 minutes past 3. So we will. It'll be the RAF then to get us underway here, going from left to right as we view from our top position here in the SB Stadium. And on the ball is Lauren Cassin. In fact, it's not Lauren, it's Erin Wilson who gets us underway. So the RAF getting us underway here. Comes out wide then onto this right-hand side to Ashley Hawley-Scott. And interesting, of course, Jack, that in the previous game, the RAF, it was 2 fullbacks who actually scored their 2 goals. Very unusual but they weren't expecting, I don't think, to have that situation, but they did score 2 goals. Army just having to defend these early moments, but dealing with it pretty well so far. And yet another throw for the RAF to take. Actually, Housley-Scott then stopped with the throw. She'll get the ball back, gets the cross in. Well dealt with by the Army. And cleared away downfield. A lot of these players very unfamiliar to the commentator this afternoon, so you'll forgive me if we're still playing a bit of catch-up, but this is Indy Totti. Challenge coming in and dealt with well by Tyree Bell, who's in the goalkeeper's mantle for the Army today. Good challenge by Kat Beaver coming in early on. Good strong challenge. Army just having to survive an early onslaught here from the Air Force, which I think, Jack, as you said, is something you probably expected.
Yeah,
they do get it clear.
They've just got to weather the storm. First 10 minutes, get settled into their shape, and then I think the play will come.
Ash Mills doing a good job there. But, right in front of our commentary position, all the action at the moment. So Ash Housley-Scott then with the throw. Just looking for Georgia Carr, but she's shuffled off the ball. Kat Beaver takes the 1-2. Nice attempt early on then from Georgia Carr. That's the first attempt on goal in this first half.
You can see Kat's going to be instrumental in that middle of the park for the RAF. For the Army, is he? He's to just sit on her.
So the first 3 minutes played here at the SB Stadium. 0-0. Army making the claim, and they do get to the throw-in the end. A lot of shouting, a lot of claiming going on. Early work then from the number 14 for, we were told, that's Izzy Crooks now wearing number 14 for the Army. Just a late change. I think they were sorting their shirts out that actually suited the players best of all.
It's always a one that players always like their numbers, and if you get it wrong, God forbid.
I know. And we're always the first to hear about it, actually, if we've got a player wrong. from our audience, who are as sharp-eyed as we need them to be. RAF once again, though, building from the back. Attempted move through there by Megan Herbert. So they come through again. That's a shot on target once more from Georgia Carr. Good start for the Air Force here. Just showing some domination of possession. Not really giving anything away to the Army. And that ball has come smack into our commentary position here as we are pitch side. I don't think we could get any closer than that without knocking our sound mixer out. Welcome back. I think actually our sound mixer was slightly knocked out by that ball that came very close. We are back with you again. Hopefully you can hear us. Jack, you're hearing me, I think. I can hear you, so that's good news. And it's still 0-0, so we haven't missed any goals while we've been off air as far as commentary is concerned. Referee gives a free kick to the Army there, and so they've got a chance now to build something in these early moments of the game. Stepping up to take this then is Ash Mills.
You can all remember last year when she scored that screamer up at Lincoln. It could be coming again.
In fact, she leaves it. The free kick is fired in, but that's no danger to Jamie Lee Bamford in the RAF goal. Seven minutes played here. And the RAF have had a couple of shots on target, but nothing again to trouble Tyree Bell, who is making her debut from Cambridgeshire, her first Inter-Services Championships with Ipswich Town, but on loan at the moment to Billericay Town. Nice move through then from the RAF on that far side of the field. That's a good run, but well, it was Abby Hayes, a bit disappointed at the end of the day with the final delivery, but she looks quite dangerous on that left-hand side, Jack.
Yeah, it looks like that's where they're going to try and play down that left-hand side. Every ball so far has gone there, so the Army just needs to just switch on to that at the moment.
Decent little attendance come down. People come down to watch the game this afternoon, as you can see in the stand on the far side of the field, enjoying this spring sunshine here at Bracknell Town. We're still awaiting our first goal. Well, Georgia shields that away. The Army maybe feel they could have had a free kick there, but referee decides to allow play to go on. Lauren Druitt, through ball. Opportunity then for Izzy Crooks now. Ball goes wide onto that right-hand side. And here's Druitt again, gets the cross in and safely handled by Jamie Lee Bamford. Good move there for the Army. It's the first time we've really seen them showing what they can do by pushing forward, but that was a good move for them.
Yeah, much better there. The quick movement out to the wing. Could have been a foul there in the middle on number 11, Polly.
Yeah, Polly Pello. Air Force bringing that one forward. Good chase on, and it's a certain Lucy Farrow who would expect to do well. She's pulled down, wins the free kick.
Dangerous places for the RAF.
There's danger Just a quick word with Ash Mills there, who committed the foul.
Just got caught on the wrong side there.
Yeah, and so Lucy Farrow is such a danger in this team. Lucy, of course, who's been around for a long time with RAF football. Lincoln City player, of course, enjoyed her game a couple of weeks ago up there at the LNER Stadium. So free kick then for the Air Force on this right hand side. Erin Wilson to take. Header goes across, and it was Ashley Howley Stott who was in there again, and the RAF still have it, this time with Shona Jenkins, who's back in there. She came on as a substitute 2 weeks ago, quite late in the game. It's good to see her back in action again. RAF maintaining this pressure, decide to go back to their keeper. First time cross, not well dealt with by Amber Marsh there, but eventually the danger is tidied up. Army have got to be careful here. They're just maybe just giving a little bit away at the back at the moment.
Yeah, just a bit of complacency. Could be to the heat, I don't know, or the youngsters in, but just need to tidy that up at the back.
They've settled down pretty well, really, the Army. You say they've got 3 first-time starters in their team today, and it's a baptism of fire against this RAF side, who just know how to play these games. Georgia Carl shields it well. Kat Beaver with the cross. And a claim for handball coming up from the Army, but it was well dealt with in the end by the Army defence by Courtney Jones there. Army not getting the ball away. Cross comes in again. Opportunity for maybe for Erin Wilson there, but it's the Army now bringing it clear. And this is Katie Elwood. Nice ball out to the right-hand side to Polly Pello. Pello into the penalty area, but dealt with in the end by Jamie Lee Bamford.
It's a good play at the back there for the RAF to get out of that tight situation.
And again, it's the RAF quick on the break here, turning defence into attack. Wilson, good control from Erin Wilson. This is, again, the sort of player you're expecting to do well. Shauna Jenkins, who has played some magnificent stuff for UCAF over the last few years, as well as the RAF, and she's already beginning to dominate in that midfield role.
Yeah, she's stepping in well, Shauna.
These are such difficult players to play against.
Really difficult, even with the type of the players they are, them stepping in and then finding the players. It'd be a long afternoon if they don't stop this play in the Army.
12.5 minutes played, almost a quarter of an hour gone. And despite their pressure, the RAF haven't got through. The Army dangerous on the break, and once again it's Pello. Decides to go wide onto that right-hand side. A first-time cross, only finds a light blue shirt, but they have a chance again to build. RAF had so many chances in the first half a couple of weeks ago against the Navy, and they very nearly rued them by only putting a couple of them away, or one at half-time by half-time. Anyway, they've got a chance now on this far side of the field.
It's good defending there by Amber.
Yeah, Erin Wilson wins the throw-in, which Abby Hayes will take on that far side. Olivia Smart looking for it. Army make the clearance. It was a good intelligent play there from Courtney Jones, just to shield it off a light blue shirt to win the goal kick.
Yeah, she did well there, Courtney, not to panic and win that goal kick for the Army.
So tell us about Tyree Bell then. She's got quite a good pedigree over in East Anglia, I think, with football over there.
Yeah, she comes to the Army with a good background, and I think with that experience of her background will help the Army. Just inter-service.
That's some really good tight play there. The RAF, though, back in possession, and the challenge going in from Lucy Farrow, but nicely defended by the Army. Courtney Jones again. So she's playing her last game today in Army colours and already dominating that back four. Looking very good. Amber Marsh wearing number 4. But here's Jones, long ball forward. And the Army have shown some good touches in that midfield area, with looking for first-time passes, to try and put their strike force into the game. Beaver. And here's Neem Hoey. Free kick conceded there by the Army captain. Megan Herbert then picks herself up. So another reasonably dangerous situation, though of course we're not so far out this time. It's a bit too far maybe to go directly to goal. With Erin Wilson over the ball. Cat Beaver just moving into a position where she might be able to assist with this. And on this right-hand side, we've got Ash Housley Stott as well. But the ball floated in, dealt with by the Army defence. Good work then from Anna Burt, still going wide onto the right-hand, on this left-hand side. Takes on a defender. Still going. Gets a really good cross in. RAF have to deal with it. In fact, an infringement. I thought it was an offside initially, but it's not been given as an offside. But great work there from Anna Burt.
Much better there. You can see it being direct at the RAF. It puts the panic on that back four. That's what we need to be a bit more now. Be direct, and the chances will come.
You can just see the RAF, the Army, just growing in confidence really as this first half has gone by. They're confident with each other, but almost a mistake by the goalkeeper there. Commentator's curse almost strikes again. Free kick, yeah, quite rightly goes to the Air Force. There's a challenge there on Erin Wilson.
Just the Army needs to stop being complacent at the back. If it needs to go, it needs to go.
Gareth Davis just having a quick word with Ash Mills and making sure that she's aware that was definitely an infringement. Anna Burt has to go back the full 10 yards for this free kick. Nodded on, but cleared eventually by the Army, and here again is Burt. She looks a dangerous player on this left-hand side. Got plenty of pace, and she's off again. Challenged by Housley Stott. Still going. Done extremely well. Eventually, it has to be cut out by Neem Hoey.
You can see giving the ball to Anna now, being direct. He's going to give us the Army some joy.
Yeah, she's looks a dangerous strike force for the Army. The RAF they win the throw-in. You're just joining us live here on our Forces News YouTube channel. We're 18.5 minutes into this first half here at this smashing little ground here, home SB Stadium. Just hosted quite a few fixtures involving the Army, becoming a sort of a home fixture for them now. Very close, of course, to the Sandhurst, the Royal Military Academy, just up the road, actually in Sandhurst itself. Shona Jenkins. She gets the ball back again. Trying to play in Cat Beaver, but it's gone loose. And that was worth a try, actually, from Anna Burt there. It was just off target, but she saw the goalkeeper off her line.
Yeah, she's seen it. And better strike, and it's makes a challenge.
Army win it back though. Goes straight into the box. Bit of hesitation on the part of the RAF defence there. And there's a real chance there for Katie Elwood. If she'd just been half a yard quicker, she would certainly have had an attempt on goal. Instead it's the RAF. Nice work then from Georgia Carr. Plays it across to Cassin. Finds Cat Beaver. Beaver goes wide onto that left-hand side. Wilson going in there. Challenged well by Anna Burt, who seems to be here, there and everywhere at the moment, all over the pitch.
Yeah, she's doing well at the moment, going forwards and backwards.
Certainly going end-to-end at the moment and in this women's fixture, inter-services football here. Just to remind you once more that for the Air Force, a victory here will bring that title once more, the 6th title in a row for the RAF, but it's by no means a done deal at all, as they were already finding out this Army team are going to be a tough nut to crack today. And similarly for the Army, they'll be hoping that they can end this short losing streak they've had against the Royal Air Force. Here's Burt again. Still challenging hard for it, but the Air Force win the throw. Ash Housley Stott will take.
Looks like the officials given the teams a drinks break.
Yeah, well, we've got to that sort of stage, haven't we now, when they'll take a break. It's pretty warm. I think the temperature was around about 20 degrees. So it's the first time I've stood here and done a commentary without a coat on for the best part of 6 months.
Yeah, definitely. I probably regretting the suit decision at this moment in time.
Well, don't take off too many layers, Jack, as we've said. But obviously you're out of vision, but we don't want to worry our audience too much. But just obviously we're halfway through this first half now, and what do you make of it so far? I mean, you'd be, from an Army point of view, you'll obviously be very pleased with the way that they've settled down and the way they've played. But both teams have shown plenty of attacking prowess.
Yeah, but end to end at the moment for the Army, that first 5 minutes they had to defend, sit in. Get hold of the ball, and the Army have had some chances as well. It's just that final bit now. I think the Army can get Polly in behind and support her. I think we'll make some chances.
She certainly looked probably the Army's most dangerous player so far, and just sort of she's just all over the pitch. She's just literally everywhere at the moment, and she'll be. They'll be very pleased. I'm sure that Craig Parker will be delighted with the way his players have really got into the game.
Yeah, they've started well. The Army. I'd say the game plan that Craig set out, I think they're sticking to it at the moment. So
back in play then. It'll be the RAF to get us underway once more with Jamie Lee Bamford, their goalkeeper. What a record she's got as well. Her 3rd season with the squad. MK Dons and UCAF player. Important challenge then for Hoey to make, and does really well. Great defensive work, but ball ends up with Ash Mills. Player who's again all over the pitch for the Air Force is Erin Wilson. Shona Jenkins back to her keeper. And that was intelligent play. Good work then from Megan Herbert, because there was a marauding red shirt going in there. It's a real battle in midfield at the moment. Elwood just trying to find a way through, but it's a brick wall, a blue brick wall at the moment, which is stopping them. But, this game just needs to settle down a bit. It's got a bit scrappy and a bit disjointed, but that will probably suit the Army more than the RAF.
Yeah, I don't think the RAF would probably want that drinks break. It would have helped for the Army, for Craig to get him in and have a quick chat, but I think the RAF would have preferred to carry on going.
"25 minutes gone, 0-0. Army throw. Mills goes straight down the line, but that'll be collected by Shauna Jenkins. Again, she'll find her goalkeeper, who spreads the ball across to Abby Hayes on that far side of the field. Abby Hayes, who's got a cracking second goal for the RAF in that win over the Navy a couple of weeks ago. This is a nice 1-2 from the Air Force here. Just trying to spread the play wide, but it's well cut out by Mills. But no danger whatever to the Air Force defence. The only shot on target we've really had in this first half has come from the Air Force. And that was a speculative shot. Here's Hayes. Nice ball downfield. It's chased by Lucy Farrow. Gets a great cross in, and on the end of it, and was Olivia Smart there, but it was great defending from the Army. The RAF, what can they do? They're pressing forward, looking to press this advantage. Claim for offside, referee says play on, as Jessica Carr goes in. Shot comes in. Well, it was certainly worth a try for the Air Force there, but
some great defending there by Courtney, last ditch.
Yeah, well, Courtney using all her experience to keep the Air Force at bay. With Ash Housley stopped having a go at goal, and she's got used to scoring goals now, of course, having scored for them in that first game as well. Bell then with the goal kick. Megan Herbert scrapping there in midfield to get that ball back. It's a loose one though. What can the Army do with this? Really going for it, both teams really going for it. It's a real midfield battle at the moment. Here's Totti, Indy Totti. I wonder if she's related to a certain Italian star.
She is a good little player in that centre mid. Just the inexperience of inter-services might catch her. Yeah, from the Royal Army Medical Service. Comes from Northampton. She's actually a reservist in the I think she's with the 3 Med Reg, and a PE teacher by trade. So no doubt all her students are cheering for her this afternoon. Oh, no sign of this deadlock being broken at the moment as we approach the half-hour stage in this inter-services tussle. So we haven't had a 0-0 draw for quite a few years between these two teams. The last goalless
was some time ago, but the RAF chance for there, and well, I talked about a 0-0, and that was just a commentary curse, wasn't it? Because it was Lucy Farrow who just got on the end of that. The Army just caught. It was a quick break from the RAF, and it's Lucy Farrow who's got the goal.
Yeah, it was a good goal, just a mistake from the Army, and but a good finisher to take it round the keeper. Just the Army have got it all to do now.
Well, you take your eye off the ball at your peril against this RAF team. Lucy Farrow has got the goal. The Royal Air Force leading by 1-0, and we played exactly half an hour in this inter-services game. Well, a real test then for the Army now to get themselves back into this. Air Force throw then. I think that Georgia Carr probably thought that was out of play as Ash Mills was trying the overhead, but she's won the throw, or rather the free kick, nevertheless.
I think a bit of theatrics there, but
interesting take on a well-known theme, I think. Oh, that's going to harmlessly slip through to Jamie Lee Bamford, and it was a really well taken goal in the end by Lucy Farrow there, and again just coming in from that left hand side, making the most of that defensive mistake.
Yeah, another defensive mistake. It happened last year in this fixture, and another one is give the RAF the lead.
You just simply can't afford them, you know, because they will be pounced upon really quickly.
Yeah, not at this level. One mistake, again, I said it's led to a goal. Now the Army need to dig deep and hopefully get a few shots on goal now.
Yeah, it's important for them in these last 15 minutes or so of the first half that they can make sure they don't concede another goal, and secondly can just start to put a bit more pressure in that final third of the pitch, because we've not seen enough from the Army of that so far.
No, there's not been enough chances on goal to Jamie Lee Bamford. We need to test it now. This last 15 minutes, a few shots on goal, and hopefully this is the chance.
Well, what can they do then from this free kick wide on that far side? It shall be taken by Lucy Wadden. Comes in from the left. It's a good one. Oh, I thought it had gone in, but it's obviously come behind the goal, and from the angle where we're watching. But again, disappointing. You know, you've got to make the most of those opportunities from set pieces as well. And it was something that the Royal Navy did particularly well last week, 2 weeks ago. They made the most of their set pieces, and they got one goal out of that. And when you get these opportunities, you certainly got to take them.
Yeah, the poor cross really there. Needs to be testing that keeper.
But we do have to remember that this is a very inexperienced Army team, and you know, a game like this is so vital for them for their future development. And they're certainly making the most of trying, but the RAF again have a chance on the break now. Important that Ash Mills makes that challenge, which she did, to deny once again Lucy Farrow, who was marauding there looking for her second goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, it was good defending there by Ash.
Megan Herbert does well. Ball goes wide onto this left-hand side. It'll be collected by Olivia Smart, but she can't keep it in play. If you missed the men's match last night between the Army and the RAF, we will have, I think at half time, we'll have some highlights for you to bring you up to date of that game, which was very exciting. 3 very well taken goals in that game last night at the EBB Stadium. Cat Beaver puts the ball through once again,
Offside.
and it is a brilliant save. It looked offside to me, I have to say. It looked, but there was no flag. No flag came up. I must admit, I thought that Lucy Farrow was offside, but a great save from Tyree Bell. If that had been a second goal, it would have been very, very hard for the Army.
Yeah, great save there by Tyree. Unreal. I think that keeps in. It might give the confidence now to the Army.
Well, they've got to survive this corner first. This is the first corner of the game. Comes in close to the near post, and once again, Erin Wilson will have the chance to build again. Cross comes in, and there's a shot coming in. The goalkeeper only powers it away to safety in the end. It was Megan Herbert with the shot, and Bell makes the save, just pushing it away. A sensible bit of parrying, just pushing it away from any danger. So she's done well these last few minutes. Those 2 saves are really going to give her a boost, aren't they?
Yeah, hopefully that gives after conceding the goal.
There's nothing she could do about that goal, though. It was an unstoppable shot from Farrow.
Yeah, it was one of them ones one-on-one, and it's 50-50 if you get it. If not, they punish you.
Bracknell Town FC hosting this game this afternoon. As once again, the RAF drive forward with Lauren Cassin. Picked up though by Izzy Crooks for the Army. Ball goes wide. Interesting that the RAF really in the last few minutes have kept Anna Burt out of the game, and she was a real sort of nuisance for the Air Force in the sort of mid stages in the first half. But we've not seen so much of her recently, and she's been kept out of the game.
Yeah, this last 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, she's not really been involved. I think we need to get her back on the ball. She was the one causing the issues for the RAF.
But they do now have a throw-in on this near side. So a long throw comes in, nicely collected. It'll go back out again to the number 4, to Amber Marsh. Marsh gets the cross in, the header just wide. It was a good effort as well from Anna Burt, the name that we've just mentioned, who's suddenly come back into it.
Yeah, it's a good chance out, a good cross, just unlucky with the header.
RAF leading 1-0 here. 37 minutes gone. Shauna Jenkins playing much more of a sort of sweeper's role this afternoon, I think, for the Air Force. She's certainly covering that back 4 really well. Erin Wilson back to her keeper. She drives it forward, but only as far as Burt. And here's Hoey to Beaver. Beaver outside then to Olivia Smart, driving down on this left-hand side, making lots of ground. Here is Smart, gets the cross in. Handled well by the Army in the end, they got it cleared. The ball just bounced off Polly Pello there. It wasn't a deliberate handball, but it was certainly it certainly hit her hand.
Yeah, it was unlucky that there. If she didn't handball that, she's in 1v1.
Well, this 4G pitch, of course, it's a perfect bounce every time, isn't it? That will be the bounce.
That's what I would blame it on.
That's done her this time.
Yeah.
Free kick from Jenkins comes in. RAF very strong at the back. Shot goes in, and it's into the back of the net. It was a brilliant turn from Georgia Carr, and it is second goal. It just slipped through the fingers there of Jamie Lee Bamford, and the RAF have a 2-0 lead after 39 minutes.
Yeah, good finish there. You can't take that away from him. I don't think anyone could do anything. Just a great finish.
Yeah, well played there. Lucy Farrow, Georgia Carr, she turned brilliantly, just had that half chance, a snapshot, and the ball sort of agonisingly really went past the outstretched fingertips of Jamie Lee Bamford, of Tyree Bell, and that makes it 2-0 to the RAF, and it's going to be very difficult now for the Army, and that's a difficult time to concede, isn't it, just before half-time?
Yeah, they wouldn't want to concede then. 5 minutes to go. It's a long way back now in this second half.
Well taken goal, and it was a difficult one. And the RAF will now feel they've got at least one hand on this Inter-Services trophy. But as we were saying the other night, actually, if you talk to Macca, who of course is the assistant head coach of the UCAF women's team and runs the Wolverhampton Wanderers women's team so well, he will tell you that his least favourite score in football is 2-0.
Yeah, definitely. It's always the worst one. And me as a coach, you always say the 2-0 is the easiest one to give away.
Well, I'm sure from an Army point of view, you'll be hoping that's exactly what happens, Jack. But this RAF team look very, very strong, defending leads. And now they've got their noses 2-0 in front. You would be maybe unwise to back against them, but stranger things have happened in football. A goal back for the Army could change everything, but the Air Force just looking so strong in all the departments at the moment. Whatever the Army tries to do, the Air Force are there, and they're strong at the back. It's difficult for these Army forwards to make any sort of a headway, but that's good work from Elise Haynes there, one of the newcomers in the team. Eventually the ball cleared away. Elise Haynes from Marlborough made a debut in January against Kent against Kent FA, and this is her first Inter-Services from University Officer Training Corps. And no doubt she's maybe based just up the road at Sandhurst, so she hasn't had too far to travel today. RAF throw then. It should be taken by Abby Hayes. Very much on defensive duties today. That's a really good run back there by Olivia Smart. It's perfect true bounce of the ball. Elwood on the edge of the box. And she wins the Army's first corner of this first half, as we're into the 42nd minute here.
Need to make this pay now. Test the goalkeeper just before half time.
So corner comes in from the right. It's beautifully floated as well. It will come back out again. It's a really good cross, put straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. That was really good work then from the Army. It's probably the most dangerous bits of play that we've seen from them in this first half. Again, making much better use of that set piece. Cat Beaver. A strong challenge there, in fact a little bit too strong, says the referee, and that will be, I've got a feeling it might be a yellow card coming in direction of Katie Elwood for that challenge.
He looked like he was getting a card out of his pocket then, but he seems to pull it away.
He's just see what he's doing.
Oh no, isn't it?
No, the card has come out, so that is a yellow there for Katie Elwood for that pretty hefty challenge there on Abby Hayes. And well, as we push towards half time here, the RAF with a commanding 2-0 lead, which I think I think most neutrals, you might disagree, Jack, but I think most people will say that they deserve to be ahead for their possession and how dangerous they've looked when they're going forward. But still a long way to go yet in this match.
Yeah, they've had the chances. They've taken the ones.
And they've got another one here. Goalkeeper has to come out. Doesn't make the save. It's clipped against the crossbar, and once again it's Georgia Carr who got the effort in. Well, she'd have been very surprised and disappointed to see that didn't hit the back of the net, but the woodworker saved the Army this time. A bit of hesitation at the back there, not getting that ball cleared.
No, a bit of complacency coming at the back. I don't know if it's the heat. The Army just need to show up now, stop these mistakes at the back, and go and take their chances forward.
Yeah, I think Craig Parker want to get his team in there at half time and just sort of try and regroup them a little bit, because the next goal in this game is going to be absolutely vital. Lovely turn and a corner won by Lucy Farrow, who scored the first goal. RAF get another corner. Just a couple of minutes of stoppage time to be played here in this first half. Erin Wilson then with the corner. Floated in. Army have got to get this clear. She'll get it back again. Will Wilson again testing the goalkeeper. And that was an important challenge there, because coming in at that back post was Abby Hayes. So the Army do get it clear, and they have a chance here on the break. Nice control from Indy Totti there. She still has it, but she's given the ball away. And the RAF again have got a chance for a break, but they look like they're just going to play this one around to give themselves a good opportunity, driving it forward once more. And look who's on the end of it. It's Farrow again, and that will be another corner. Really strong end to this first half from the RAF. Will there be time? I think there will be time for this this corner. We've played just an extra minute so far of the stoppage time. The 2 minutes have been allocated by Gareth Davis.
And the Army needs to get in now this half-time, regroup, and come back out stronger. But I think that they need this half-time now.
Yeah, the RAF probably don't want the half to finish the way they're finishing the half. So another corner then, the third corner of this match for the Air Force. Taken short this time. Farrow plays it back to Wilson. Good cross coming in. Oh, and another great save and another opportunity there for Georgia Carr, who found herself totally unmarked just outside the 6-yard box.
It's a great save there.
Well, it could easily be 3-0 to the Air Force. It probably should be, with the chances that they've had in these last few minutes alone.
Yeah, it was a great save there. I just think Lovren Drew then kept him on and give him the chance.
Corner comes in. Goalkeeper pushes it around. Oh, and the referee's given a goal kick. Well, I find that remarkable. Surely it was the goalkeeper who pushed the ball onto the crossbar.
We'll take anything that was given to us here.
Well, I think we've had the 2 minutes. In fact, we had 2.5 minutes now of stoppage time at the end of this first half, with the Air Force well in control here by 2-0. Two really well taken goals. The first one from Lucy Farrow, and the second one, lovely turn from Georgia Carr. And that is indeed the half-time whistle here at the SB Stadium. Well, it's been a difficult first half in the end for the British Army's women's players. They competed really well, really, for the first half hour, didn't they? And then after that, it just got a little bit tricky. Their concentration just let them down slightly. Conceded that first goal, and since then, really, it's been all RAF.
Yeah, again, 2 mistakes, lapse of concentration at their back. Gives the RAF 2 goals, 2 good taken goals as well. But it's going to be a difficult half-time chat from Craig.
It is going to be an easier half-time chat, of course, for Carl Craven, the RAF head coach. But as the players stroll off the pitch and take their half-time slice of orange, or whatever it is they take, we'll take a bit of a break here from our live coverage, and I'll tell you what, we'll take you back, shall we, to last night's highlights from a fascinating and very interesting battle between the Army and the RAF in the Inter-Services Men's Championship, which of course was played at Aldershot Town's EBB Stadium last night. Let's go and join the action from there.
It's right across the box, it's a big chance.
Great play by the Navy there, fantastic football.
And it's a goal! The Army have an all-important second goal.
Full time in this match. Thrilling stuff, especially in the second half.
One game plan, and it's paid off.
Danny Dixon to Mike Goddard, scored the opening goal of the Inter-Services campaign for the RAF.
Nice switch.
That's a lovely ball out to that left-hand side. Brighty making a run, but it's going to be crossed and well cut out by Lee Phillips in the end, but the ball does come in. Ooh. Campbell gets the header, and that is turned around. The game, as I said, that always promises goals. I hope that's not a commentator's curse tonight. That's really nice work from the Air Force. The ball goes in. Campbell is surely going to score. He hasn't.
Good.
Bit of head tennis. Johnny gets in there. Good challenge. Gets a shot in, and it's just wide. Jordan. Nice work from him, approaching the box, looking for the shot. Oh, and he scored a cracking goal. That is a magnificent shot there from Henry Jordan to give the Air Force the lead.
And the ball off him.
Spalding gets the cross in. Campbell on the end of it. But Sean Woolley will fancy this. It's just on the edge of the box, so 19 yards out. It's a direct free kick. He's clearly going to go for goal. And we all know what he can do with set pieces. He scored an amazing free kick last season in the Army's championship winning season. So,
for the second ball.
Woolley there. Takes it, scores!
Great
and you almost knew he was going to get that
100%,
goal.
100%.
Yeah, ball goes out to Spalding. Joe Spalding, a real danger on that left-hand side. Comes in, gets the cross in, and on the end of it, what's more was Mike Goddard, and he will feel he should have scored then. So it's great work. So the final ball from Polius there just let him down. He'd worked so hard on there. Here's Spalding. He's a player who can win a game on his own, and he's absolutely magnificent work from him. Goes out to Pinder, edge of the box, gets the shot in. Great save from the goalkeeper.
The second ball there.
Bright spots the gap. Out to Spalding, wide on this left-hand side. He'll take his man on. He'll take several players on. Gets a cross in. Dealt with by the Army defence in the end, but only as far as Aaron Ayatt. Ayatt's going to go for goal. Well, it was worth a try, but the RAF had given it away. Woolley has a chance. In fact, it wasn't Sean Woolley in the end. It was Harry Beckley. The chase is on.
1v1. Get at him.
And that's really great work from Fagan. He's got it onto his right foot. Oh, and that's a great save. Brilliant defensive work from the Air Force. It's being taken by Lee Phillips.
Set pieces win games.
The header comes in. Oh, and it's over the bar. Just challenged by Ward. Fagan still has it. Lays it inside. Here's Polius. Can he curl one round?
Well.
He can! Oh my goodness me! Well, what a goal!
He just swung it again.
Mayo Polius with a superb goal.
Say one moment.
It just crept over, didn't it? Well, we really are in borrowed time now. Referee just checking his watch. We've had 6.5 minutes, 7 minutes now stoppage time. What is going to happen? And what's going to happen is that the Army has snatched this by 2-1. Well, what an exciting finish to this game. And it really needed something a bit special in the end. The Army absolutely delighted the RAF, you have to feel for them, because now twice in this Inter-Services Championship they have led their matches only to suffer at the end.
Dominant champions, but hungry challengers. The Inter-Services Championships were at RAF Cosford for 2026, and the Open tournament began with an Army v Navy clash. The team in red are usually dominant winners, and while they did grab the victory, the Navy performance saw plenty of positives.
Lovely feed by Kiani. That's gone straight in. Contact
by Chadders, yeah. Lovely. From Sue, back in the shooting circle.
Nice pop pass.
Good ball. Yeah, well seen. No, that is the end. So, the first game of this Open competition in Inter-Services Netball 2026. It is the British Army, the reigning and defending champions, 48. The Royal Navy, 29.
We're back to only 8 girls on the squad again, so it is hard, and we did fight till the end. Our first 2 quarters, absolutely amazing from us. There's some things we need to work on. It's definitely against RAF tomorrow, but I think we can tidy that up and we can give them a good game tomorrow as well.
The confidence that gave the Navy was on full show in match 2 against the RAF.
Sarah Yules then for the Royal Navy.
The game of the tournament followed.
Kaylee Brearcliffe with first attempt, and that's another goal for the RAF. So the RAF with the advantage here in this second quarter, but they are now only 4 goals behind.
Neither side gave an inch. Brilliant attacking play meant goals, goals and more goals. But it was the Navy who picked up the win by the most slender advantage.
Count down the clock. It's 6 seconds.
Now for the Navy.
It's just 4 seconds. We're nearly there. Navy keep the ball. They're just keeping the ball. It's a win. It's a 1-goal win for the Royal Navy. Absolutely brilliant. 42 to the Royal Navy, 41, and what a comeback by the RAF.
30 seconds of netball is a lot of time. People try to rush it, but it's time to play it calm. 30 seconds is like the game is like you need to play it calm, get that last goal in, or play possession like we did, and thank God we did.
To come back that final bit, it's obviously gutting that we didn't get the 1 extra goal that we needed, but I think it shows that we can keep going for a full 60 minutes and keep pushing. So I'm hoping we'll take that in for the Army tomorrow and hopefully come out again and hopefully win.
With a final match still to go, attention turned to the growth of the men's game. An Army v RAF clash was a showcase for the male talent in the military. The Royal Air Force are arguably the more technically gifted side, but the Army's level of flair and ingenuity gave them a competitive and ultimately successful edge. In the Masters tournament, it's back-to-back championships for the RAF, while the Army won the development title for the 15th consecutive time. And then it all came down to this, for the Open trophy. An organised and determined RAF performance was the best shot of stopping the Army, but the red winning runaway train continued in 2026. And after 22 years in the military sport, Ellie Noeli hung up her boots as a champion.
Thank you so much to the girls behind me, the girls on the stage, the Army Netball as a whole, for such a brilliant opportunity. This is my last one with the Open team.
You can actually confirm that now.
I am confirming that now, and it's online. Yeah, shout out to everyone who's come out in numbers and support us for this IS. It's been a roller coaster for me this season, especially with injuries. But I'm glad I took the court on this last match today and came out with that score with a win.
Hi, I'm Kyle Dixon, and this is In Case You Missed It. Looking to the future, the RAF Mustangs American football team have announced a coaching program designed to get more military coaches involved in the game. The first intake, featuring 17 budding coaches, will run from April to June, focusing on classroom learning, mentorship and on-field experience. The best military sliders go head-to-head. The Armed Forces top bobsleigh, luge and skeleton athletes were in action at the Inter-Services Ice Sports Championships in Lillehammer. The Army dominated the individual bobsleigh and luge events, whereas the RAF were golden in the skeleton. Those taking part range from active Olympians, including Team GB's Taylor Lawrence, to novices racing in the competition for the first time. Top tries and tough tackles at the Army Intercorps Rugby Finals. The women's title was won by the Royal Logistic Corps, as Louisa Kundadua was in try-scoring form and caught the eye in a 55-5 win over the Royal Artillery. It was better luck for the Gunners in the men's final, as they won their first Intercorps title since 2020. Army senior team captain Pete Austin was amongst the scorers in a 37-19 victory over the Royal Engineers. Making inter-services football history, Royal Navy sisters Sophie and Natasha Perrin have become the first siblings to play inter-services football on the same side. The pair lined up side by side against the Royal Air Force, with a remarkable 10-year age gap between the two. Army badminton stars versus England's young guns. The Forces team visited the All England event in Birmingham and got the chance to compete against some of the country's best young talent in the England under-17s team. It's been a testing few months for the Army, who also took on the French military in December.
Right across the box, it's a big chance.
Great play by the Navy there, fantastic football.
And it's a goal! The Army have an all-important second goal.
Full time in this match, thrilling stuff, especially in the second half.
One game plan, and it's paid off.
Well, welcome back here to the SB Stadium, as we're just about ready for the second half to get underway here. The Army players out on the pitch already in a bit of a huddle, and the RAF players just coming out onto the field now. Now, Jack Smith, who's joined me this afternoon as co-commentator, obviously from an Army perspective, not particularly helpful for them with the second half. I just wonder the sort of messages that Craig maybe has given to his players.
He would have just told them just keep it simple, just tighten up at the back, and you just got to go for it now. Give the ball to like Anna, who's doing really well. That last 10-15 that she didn't really get a sight of the ball. Just need to give her the ball and get some chances on goal.
The RAF, of course, limbering up, getting ready. They're halfway towards defending that title that they would so desperately love to have for a sixth time. Those two goals in the first half, they were first well taken by the RAF, but defensive mistakes, as you said. Lucy Farrow going in for the first goal. And taking advantage of a mistake and rifling it in from that left-hand side, and then the second goal, Georgia Carr as well, again picking up on a mistake at the back inside the 18-yard box to send the ball past the unlucky goalkeeper Tyree Bell for the Army. But we are ready to go ahead then for the second half. Then the Army are kicking from right to left, from left to right rather, as we're watching from our position here. And they get us started then in the second half, and say 2-0. It could have been out of sight, really, to be fair, particularly with the onslaught that the RAF laid into the Army towards the end of that first half, and again when Georgia Carr hit the crossbar with quite a fierce shot. But it's only 2-0, so the next goal absolutely crucial in this game. And if the Army score it, well, we could be in for an interesting afternoon. And they have a chance then early on, and the ball goes, well, harmlessly out for a corner kick to the Army. But it's a good start for the Army. And Katie Elwood there, just causing a bit of mayhem at the back.
Much better there. The intensity there put the RAF back four on the back foot. That'll be a good start for Craig there.
Army are just taken advantage. They've come out charging at the Air Force, and they have the corner then. Comes in, headed clear, well headed clear then by Shauna Jenkins. Shot comes in, and it's just wide. That effort there from Ash Mills. But again, a good start from the Army. They've just shown their intent in this second half. They're not going to sit back. They're definitely going to go for it.
Yeah, much better start. Now only a minute in, but the intensity from high up the pitch is much better.
RAF still defending and having to clear their lines with Jamie Lee Bamford there. Just a minute and a half of the second half completed. Anna Burt, who was probably the outstanding player for the Army in that first half when she was in possession, when she had the ball, it looked good. But that's another mistake at the back from the Army, giving away a totally unnecessary corner from a situation where they were not under any pressure at all. Again, disappointing for them, Jack.
Yeah, very disappointing. They just need to put that behind them. Yes, mistakes happen, but just need to just go on the front foot now and go and put the RAF under pressure.
So the Air Force then with another corner, and that's going to be taken by Erin Wilson again. Comes in, she'll get the ball back. Eventually cleared though by Amber Marsh there for the Army. RAF still keeping the pressure up. Kat Beaver putting the ball forward and looking again for Wilson. Nice shielding work then from Elwood. Ball just going backwards and forwards with team players at the Army win the free kick. Tash Toms illegally challenged. She wins that free kick then. Mills then with the free kick. Slightly scuffed it. She's therefore the Army back under a bit of pressure here. What are they going to be able to do? Eventually they get it back to the keeper, to Tyree Bell. Again, the authors of their own downfall at the moment are the Army. Just a bit of hesitation at the back. Shauna Jenkins, such an assured player, isn't she? And that's a beautiful through ball there from Erin Wilson. Army just trying to play their way out, but they have it with Indy Totti. Beaver. Really impressive performance from Georgia Carr this afternoon. The shot comes in and it's harmlessly out of play.
Again, the Army playing themselves under pressure again. They just need to keep it simple at the back there. If it needs to go, it goes.
There's just that uncertainty, isn't there? Is it that uncertainty from inexperience, maybe, that they're obviously being pressed by the RAF, and the RAF pressing game is well known to be good, and the Army just it's worrying them, and you can tell from they do look concerned when they have the ball at the back. Need to get it forward a bit quicker. And that's a really good ball. And this is Shannon Bradley, who's come on as a substitute for the Army. Goalkeeper comes off our line, makes the save. But that's good work again from the Army. Going forward, they have looked better in this second half.
Much better. Good touch there. Obviously got a lucky deflection, but actually we take what we're given.
So So Shannon Bradley, a more experienced player, as she's come on to bolster things up in midfield for the Army. Based at at Harrogate, at the Army Training College up there. Here's Cart, through ball. And that's a brilliant effort, and that is a superb goal from Abby Hayes. And once again, an RAF fullback has scored for the RAF. What a cracking effort that was. It was a lovely through ball there from Georgia Carr, and Abby Hayes got on the end of it, and she has buried it. 3-0 to the RAF.
Yeah, it was a good finish there. You can't take that away from them. Some good little play down this left-hand side. Good finish. It's just a longer way back now for the Army.
Well, she's making an irregular habit of scoring goals for the RAF is Abby Hayes there. That was a beautiful effort there with her left foot. Absolutely delighted with that one. And it's, well, that you might be saying it might be game over, one has to say, even at this early stage in the game. We've only got 6 minutes played in the second half, but that is a crucial third goal for the Air Force here. And they lead by 3-0.
Yeah, it's a long way back, but...
So Abby Hayes making a name for herself as a goal scorer once more for the RAF, as she did in that first game. And we did interview her about it afterwards. I think she was quite surprised. Well, she's making a habit of it. RAF win the ball.
Just the Army need to keep their heads up now, just keep going. Don't worry about the score, just keep going, play their game of football, and a chance will come.
Well, it's ever hopeful, Jack, one has to say, and all credit to you for that, representing the Army's perspective here, and they have to be. They've got to keep their heads up, because if their heads drop, then there could be more goals against them this afternoon.
That was coming my way then.
Well, our commentary position has come under fire here today. Not for the first time. And I have to say, for once in my life, I'm actually eternally grateful to the pillar of our gazebo here, which saved not only the commentary position, but also our camera too. I think the RF have been on target practice. Anyway, we're still in one piece here. I'm glad to tell you. And it is 3-0 to the RAF. And on that far side of the field now is Ash Howley-Stott, who she also scored, of course, last time out for the RAF in their 2-1 victory over the Royal Navy. And if it stays like this, of course, the RAF will be inter-services champions for a 6th successive time. But they're professional enough to know that a goal back for the Army, even at this stage, will certainly spur them on.
Yeah, just the Army, the girls just need to keep their heads up, keep going, and just keep playing their football.
Good defensive work there from Amber Marsh to keep Georgia Carr at bay. Going for the long ball. This game will, of course, open itself out. But here's lovely work then from Shauna Jenkins, who's a really impressive player for the Air Force. She's taking on that sort of sweeper role, really, at the back, centre of the defence.
Yeah, she's done well, Shauna, at the back today. Cleared everything up with that sweeper role.
Not a lot has got past her, is it? But the Army desperately trying to get on the end of a goal here, if they can. The Air Force equally determined to keep them out. So throw it on that far side. Anna Burt's just leaving it now for Ash Mills to take. Just trying to get a bit of length on that throw. Gets it into the penalty area. Again, that bounced off the hand, didn't it, again, of Katie Elwood. So should be disappointed about that.
It was unlucky. That was they was in then with the Army. I think one good touch and a good chance. But
it's the second time that's happened, that the ball has just bounced up, and it's not a deliberate handball. It's just the fact that this is such a true bounce, isn't it, on this 4G surface here.
Yeah, it's just one of them pitches. You can't really blame the pitch or the bobble for it. It's just a really nice pitch to play on, to be honest.
Free kick goes straight out of play from Jamie Lee Bamford, which will give the Army the ball back once again. Bright sunshine here in Bracknell this afternoon. Oh, that was a back pass, and I'm afraid from an RAF perspective that's caused themselves some issues there. It was definitely a back pass. Jamie Lee Bamford collecting the ball rather than clearing it, so it's an indirect free kick inside the penalty area. A real opportunity now for the Army then.
Good spot by the official there with all them players around. It was a good spot by him.
And the Army are not going to have a better opportunity than this, unless it was, of course, a penalty itself. But an indirect free kick inside the box. These are quite unusual, as you say. But it was a good spot there from Gareth Davis. It's fired wide in the end, and that was such a good opportunity for the Army to get back into the game.
Yeah, it was a good strike, just not get on target. I think that's what we've been lacking the Army today, some shots on target.
Yeah, it was definitely a worthwhile attempt, but didn't produce what was needed. And the RAF have it once more, with Ash Howley stopped. Ball going forward. They collect it one more time. This is good work then from Alex Oliver, who's come on wearing number 17. She's made a change, the RAF. With the outside of the boot. Nice work from Bradley. Converts it through. Here's Lauren Druitt. Good defensive work from the Air Force. Great work there from Hoey, and the RAF breaking now on that far side of the pitch. One more time. Dangerous Georgia Carr as it goes out for a throw.
They're just ruthless, aren't they, the RAF, how quick they can go forward and punish you for mistakes.
Yeah, this is such an experienced team as well, of course. And they are absolutely flying at the moment. 3-0 ahead. As we approach the hour mark here to the SB Stadium. Throw-in comes in. Cat Beaver on the end of it, but in fact she gives away a free kick in the end. So the Army will have a bit of a break in play.
See Craig here trying to make some substitutions, try and change the game.
Yeah, he's going to make a couple of changes by the looks. He's already brought one substitute on. As they come forward again. Shona Jenkins then tidies the damage up.
Great ball that was.
Yeah, looking forward to put Olivia Smart through. So out of play. Lands on the roof of my car, I think, in the car park there. So preparing to come on is Eve Shaw, who's another newcomer to the team, now wearing number 20 today. Eve Shaw, known as The Rock. She's from Nottingham. Another of your protégés, I think, from the
yeah, they
development squad.
Doing well, this development squad. They're pushing through, 4 or 5 players coming through now. Hopefully she can come on and make a difference.
Well, she's going to come on as well, and Tash Toms as well is going to come on as well. Another newcomer, another new player. And actually from the Army's point of view, it is worthwhile, isn't it, bringing some new blood on now, giving them a chance in this game. They may feel that the match has gone. It's fine work then from Olivia Smart to win that free kick. Are we going to see those changes?
Yeah, hopefully they come on and can make a difference now. 3-0 down, just go out and show what you're made of.
Just got to enjoy they've just got to enjoy the last half hour of this match, haven't they, really? If they possibly can.
Yeah, it's all about that enjoyment now.
Cross comes in though from the left-hand side. That's fine work then from Megan Herbert. Claims for handball go up, but they're waved away by the referee. Cross comes in, and it's cleared by the Army, but danger not out of the woods just yet. But it is now.
Right decision there by the official. Too close for Ash Mills to get out of the way.
Tash Tom's also coming on, as you say. She's got a lot of experience actually playing in Dubai and also Bristol Rovers, a big Queen's Park Rangers fan apparently. So she's going to come on in a minute as well, wearing the number 2 shirt. So there's just a bit of a call going up for the substitutions to be made. They will be made right now. So Tom's desperate to come on the pitch. So she replaces number 8, and that is Indy Totti. And the other change that has been made is coming on is Elise Haynes going off, wearing number 6. So she's replaced, and
looks like a change in midfield by the looks of it. Put some energy in there.
Bit of a change of formation, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Lauren Druitt's gone and playing that centre mid role now.
Well, let's see whether that can make a difference. And certainly these young players keen to impress, of course, if they possibly can. The worst thing that could happen for them now is for the RAF to get a 4th goal here, but Army have defended that one well, and straight away one of their newcomers into the game, Eve Shaw, getting a chance.
There's that press again.
It's been so worrying for them all afternoon. Lucy Farrow going in there and knows that just a slight error and she could be in there for another opportunity, scoring that first goal, of course, for the RAF.
Yeah, they do it so well, the RAF, don't they? Their press from the front.
63 minutes played here. Strong challenge going in. Goalkeeper goes, doesn't collect it completely. Again, another strong RAF challenge going in on that ball, but they do get it away in the end. Here's Mills.
Defender's worst nightmare, running towards your own goal with that pace running at you.
Elwood, good control from her, plays the ball inside into the midfield. Here's Burt. Just looking for some support and eventually does get it. But the move fizzles out in the end for the Army. It was a clearance by Kat Beaver, went straight into the face of Ash Mills there. And the team of physios run on.
Never seen that before, a team of 3.
No, a team of 3, yeah, they're all gone on. But, I think Ash she just took one in the face there, I think, and that's why the game was stopped very quickly. We are going to have another drinks break for both the teams. As I say, we've just passed the hour mark. We've had 65 minutes, chance for us to have a look back at those goals that we scored in the first half for the RAF. The first one, it was very much a defensive error, but you have to pay big credit to Lucy Farrow for taking it, and also a mistake at the back for the Army inside the box, and someone like Georgia Carr is not going to miss that. And the third goal, well, brilliantly taken again from Abby Hayes, picking up collecting a pass from Georgia Carr and rifling it past the goalkeeper. A real strike there to give this RAF team a commanding 3-0 lead. So a big effort now required from both teams in the last part of this game. 65 minutes gone now, and with the RAF 3-0 ahead. at the moment you can't really see much of a chance for the Army to get back, but you know, goals can be scored very quickly. It only takes a second, doesn't it, to score a goal?
Yeah, they can. Look at last night's game, last minute chance. All it takes is one, and I think the Army's confidence boost is just trying to find that one now.
Well, the Army's best chance, of course, was that indirect free kick inside the penalty area given for a back pass, which was picked up by Jamie Lee Bamford by mistake. And in different circumstances, that could have been crucial. But the Army did not take advantage of that opportunity. So it remains 3-0.
Yeah, I think that's the best chance they've had, really, from Izzy. But it's just one of them days, I think, for the Army. They need to, last 20-odd minutes now, just get their eye on the game and try and get a goal.
And here they come, pressing forward, but this is great defensive work from the RAF. Brilliant defensive work then from Abby Hayes. Just used her pace to get back and to deny Shannon Bradley, who appeared to have a bit of opportunity there on this right-hand side.
Yeah, it was a 2v1 over here. It was a good defending there by Courtney.
Throw then to the Air Force, which Hayes will take. And she gets it back again. Another opportunity then from the throw-in. Little discussion between Olivia Smart and Abby Hayes. Looks like Hayes is going to go for a long throw to try and get that ball into the penalty area, which she does. Important for the Army to get it cleared, which they do. And this time it'll be an Army throw. Toms goes out onto that right-hand side, plays it inside to Ash Mills. Now, good opportunity for the Army here. Can they break? But that will be safely into the hands of the Air Force keeper, Jamie Lee Bamford. But nice move then from the Army.
Much better play there. Quick football, 1-2, and it was in.
But straight away the RAF come back. Amber Marsh tidies up at the back, but that ball's gone out of play again. The distribution just not quite right for the Army here. Has let them down again, and it's just given the RAF another bit of breathing space. They won't be winding the clock down just yet, but game management will certainly come into this now for the Air Force as they just see their chances of getting themselves through. That's good work then from Lucy Farrow, but the ball's just slipped in front of her, and it will go harmlessly out for a goal kick, which will be taken by Amber Marsh, just deciding to play out from the back. Again, the ball has come back to them eventually.
No, that distribution at the back has just not been there today, is it, for the Army? They've given it away a couple of times now.
I'm sure the Royal Navy players are watching this with great interest as well. Of course, the Army will be in action again next Tuesday night at Havant and Waterlooville. We'll be there to show that game live here on our Forces News YouTube channel. What can they do here, the Army, then, with Katie Elwood? And she's won the corner. So that's the Army's second corner of this second half. What can they do with this? Set pieces could and maybe should have been a better source of hope and happiness for the Air Force this afternoon, but at the moment they've got nothing to show for their efforts. But they do have an hour corner on that far side of the field, which will be taken by Anna Burt. Comes in, it's headed clear by Ashley Stott, and the damage finally cleared away by Lucy Farrow. But the Army have another throw. What can they do with this? But they've given that one away too.
Yeah, not the best delivery. Them quarters, you need to beat that front player there.
But they've won the throw again. Offside flag goes up. The Air Force haven't really needed to play the offside trap. They've not been, I don't count too many offsides that I've seen this afternoon.
No, the assistants not been very busy really today, have they?
It's all been pretty cut and dried so far. Almost half an hour played then of the second half, and there's an issue for the RAF player down at the moment.
Looks cramped by looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like Lucy Farrow, who's just gone down. Because these artificial pitches, absolute energy sappers, aren't they? They really do. And the running that everyone's having to do this afternoon, just to keep up with the game, it's no surprise that a bit of cramp is setting in.
Yeah, it's most common now on these 4G artificial pitches for cramp to happen, and with the weather as well, the way it's been today. I don't actually blame players to be getting cramp.
Well, the player who was down was Megan Herbert, but good that she's back up on her feet again. And play will restart for the British Army. They'll throw the ball back into the hands of Jamie Lee Bamford. Enjoying her third season as the RAF's number one. And her time as RAF goalkeeper, of course, has been very much one of huge success. Hayes. Shauna Jenkins back to her keeper. And on that far side of the field now, it's Neem Hoey. Here's Herbert. And Abby Hayes. Long ball forward. Wide onto this left-hand side. And on the end of it is Olivia Smart. But her cross lacks the quality that we would probably have expected from her. Goes out of play.
Another Army change.
Yeah, and preparing to come on for them is Sky Stone, wearing number 15. And just seeing the board that's going up to see what number is actually going to be replaced. She's going to be replacing.
It looks like Izzy Crooks.
Yeah, Izzy coming off. Yeah, Izzy Crooks comes off then. Izzy Crooks is the player off. 15 replaces 14. They've all worked so hard this afternoon in these warm conditions. Bit of a breeze blowing from our position here. Now RAF one more time. Can they push forward again with Olivia Smart on this left-hand side? Gets a cross in. It's a very late challenge that came in there from Shannon Bradley, and I think that could well be a second yellow card of the afternoon for an Army player. I'm just looking to see whether, yeah, a yellow card is produced, so Bradley gets a yellow card for that late challenge there on Olivia Smart.
Probably didn't need to make that challenge then. There was not really much pressure, just keep in that corner and win the ball. But now the Army are under pressure.
Yeah, it's another opportunity, another set-piece opportunity for the Air Force here. And Erin Wilson has been on set-piece duty for the whole of the afternoon. And what can she deliver here? Who could be on the end of it? Kat Beaver has gone into the box. Goes short, goalkeeper intelligently expected that, I think, but that could easily have fooled anybody, you know, because instead of floating it in, she almost drove it for the goalkeeper. Army bring it clear. That's a really nice control there from Eve Shaw. Actually can't stop it from going out of play, and it'll be another RAF throw. And there's another change to be made. I think this time the RAF are making some changes. A couple of changes for them, which they can afford to make. So coming off for them is Erin Wilson, who's put in a good move today. Lauren Cassin taking her place. Cassin coming on, and also going off is Ashley Stott, and she is replaced by Eden Marsh, wearing number 15. And that, of course, is our changes that that Carl Craven can certainly afford to make now. His team 3-1 up into the last 15 minutes of this game.
Army bench clearly not happy there.
Well, not a lot has gone their way this afternoon, to be fair, but so far they've not looked like they're going to get the goal that would make such a difference to them, I'm sure, if they could get that ball in the back of the net. But 3-0 is the score.
Yeah, the Army have not really put any chances on their RAF keeper this second half, really. She's had nothing to do.
78 minutes gone. Time running out for the Army if they are going to launch a late challenge. But again, that was a really quick ball, just a little bit too quick. Unfortunately for the Army, Eve Shaw just unable to chase that one down. So the Air Force then have the throw. Abby Hayes, really assured, throws it down the line. Shanna Jenkins does really well, but the Army challenging hard for it. The referee says play on. I think Katie Elwood thought she might be getting a free kick there, but the referee allows play to go on. It's feisty stuff out there.
Yeah, it's just getting to that last bit of the game now where it starts getting feisty.
No shortage of commitment from the Army female players this afternoon, but they've been up against such a strong team who know their positions. They know what they're doing in every department. This is just a team at the top of their game at the moment, at this RAF side, creating a little dynasty of their own, equaling this record that the Army set back in 2011 when they went 6th Inter-Services Championships. And that's a lovely bit of work though from Elwood. Goalkeeper comes off her line. Good communication. Really good communication there with Shauna Jenkins to deny the Army an opportunity. But you know, the individual touches today, Katie Elwood's done really well up front. She's not had a huge amount to work with, but she's impressed me.
Yeah, she's done well. She's worked hard up there. Just not really had the right service to her at the moment.
Lauren Cassin getting involved, and she's come on the bench, off the bench. Eden Marsh as well getting involved too. But Abby Hayes, scorer of the third goal. The killer goal, really, you could say, I think.
Yeah, that third goal, it took the wind out of the Army.
Yeah. Just 10 minutes left here. Hoey. But I think there's been enough good performances from this Army team to suggest that when they've got a bit more time to play together a bit more often as a group, that they've got plenty to offer this Inter-Services Championship. And I'm sure the Navy have been taking lots of detailed notes of the sort of opposition they're going to be against, because I know it's going to be a battle, obviously meaningless in terms of the championship this year, but it's still important not to finish with the wooden spoon, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think looking forward into the game, Craig might make a few changes, the Navy might look at it and go, look forward to next year, really. Go out there with a blast and, as I said, hopefully not come back with a wooden spoon.
But they're not going to give up hope just yet of the Army while there's still time. They're 3-0 down, but if they can get a goal, it just gives them a little glimmer of hope. There's a good header again going up from Katie Elwood, but no one there to support her. Back she is with the ball now. Elwood has worked really hard and still trying so hard to get something out of this game. She's really summed up the spirit that the Army have shown this afternoon.
Yeah, she hasn't give up there when she's got it. She's trying to make something of it. It's just nothing's coming out the right way for the Army at the moment.
Now the RAF just look so totally in control of this match. Very happy to be as they are at the moment, and in fact Jamie Lee Bamford's going to go up and take the free kick, so it's going to go long, obviously. Running off the defender there was Lucy Farrow, but it just went a bit too far for her. So a long clearance then from Tyree Bell, who could do nothing really about the three goals that have slipped past her this afternoon. The second one, she might be a bit disappointed. The ball just seemed to bobble in front of her and just missed her outstretched fingertips. But nothing she could do about certainly the first goal and the third goal, which was rifled in by Abby Hayes in this early part of the second half.
Yeah, you can't fault the Army's grit here, trying to stick with it and still trying to press high this late in the game.
Just 7.5 minutes left, plus whatever stoppage time is going to be added by Gareth Davis. We will have a little bit of stoppage time for all the substitutions that have been made, all the impact players. We now call them impact players, don't we, that are coming on?
Yeah, they're not the substitutions now, are they? They're always impact. Well, hopefully an impact.
Right, an offside flag gone up against Olivia Smart, so Army will have a chance then to get that ball forward if they can. If you're just joining us live here on our Forces News YouTube channel this afternoon, the second of this week's games in the Inter-Services Football Championship. Army women entertaining the RAF women here, and the RAF have this 3-0 lead, which they've two first half goals and then a third goal early on in the second half scored by Abby Hayes. As it stands, the Royal Air Force are heading for a 6th successive Inter-Services Championship, a fantastic record from them. But the free kick comes in, it's hoisted into the box. Well cleared in the end by Lauren Cassin. Cat Beaver heads it clear.
There's a break on here for the RAF if they can get it through.
Here's Eden Marsh. Good defensive work though by Tash Toms, who's come on as one of the Army substitutes. Two subs together, and Tom's making a good challenge there.
It's a great interception there. I think if it goes forward, the RAF are in again.
Shonda Jenkins just slightly overcooked it there, but she does find her left back, Abby Hayes. Herbert chases on. Yeah. Olivia Smart just not quite there in time. Again, another long clearance from Tyree Bell. Army captain's gone down. Courtney Jones playing her last game for the Army this afternoon. And she looks in a fair amount of discomfort there, holding her back. I think it was an innocuous challenge, wasn't it, Jack? I didn't see anything untoward.
No, I think both players eyes for the ball. It's just one of them tackles. Sometimes it can happen. But yeah, she does look in a bit of pain, and she's not that type of player. If she's hurt a little bit, she'll get up and play on.
I mean, we really do need to pay a lot of tribute to Courtney. Her last into service is 4 years in Army football. From Wolverhampton, of course, and from the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. Given fantastic service to Army football. She's going to be leaving the Army quite soon.
Yeah, she's such a good player, good team player as well, like that leader in that change room. She's always there for the girls, especially the new girls coming through. They will say that she's that leader in that change room, which help them out.
And of course, these are players that are very hard to replace, aren't they? Which is one of the reasons why it's so important that some of the newcomers today in the Army side, you know, can hold their heads up at the end of this game and say, look, you know, I've got plenty of experience out of this match.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like I Courtney leaving, some of the newer girls need to obviously step up. So hopefully this experience today against a well-drilled RAF side gives them that experience going forward.
I mean, clearly against such a good side as this RAF, it's been very difficult for them this afternoon, and they may maybe judge better their season when they take on the Navy next week, because obviously these are the two teams that the Army, the RAF have beaten, and it's not been easy for the Air Force this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. They've had their chances. They've scored 3. They could have had another one before half time when Georgia Carr hit the crossbar with a shot from outside the box. But 3-0, it's no disgrace really for this Army team, and they're still pressing and still looking to try and get back into the game. But that free kick will not help. They've got a lot of players forward.
There's a push in the back there from the official Senate.
So good control from Anna Burt there. But, Shannon Bradley leaves it in the end for Amber Marsh to take the throw. Marsh with the throw into the box. Burt goes down. It comes back to Marsh. Air Force defending well. And they will take the corner. I think Anna Burt just took a little bit of a knock there, and she's still trying to shake it off. Looks like it could. Will it be a short corner here? Corner comes in though. Another one.
Needs to be a better delivery there from Ash Mills.
But this time the corner is taken quick. Short. Goes through a sea of players, but the RAF will bring it clear. And moving across onto this left-hand side is Eden Marsh, but she's lost out. Army have won it back again. Nice ball forward. So assured at the back though, the RAF, aren't they? That's really brilliantly played to Megan Herbert. And they can now break forward themselves again. Referee allows play to go on. 2 strong challenges. That'll be safely into the hands of the goalkeeper. Well, we are now up to our full allocation of time. And just seeing how much extra stoppage time we've got. Haven't seen the board go up just yet, but we are into whatever extra time the referee wants to allow.
Last couple of minutes now for Army. They need to try and make some chances, give them confidence going into that Navy game.
I'm told there'll be 7 minutes of stoppage time. So this last 7 minutes then, it's going to go so quickly for the Army and probably so slowly for the RAF as they're having to defend here. Ball could go just about anywhere. Still on the edge of the box. That will be, I think, another corner. Will it? Oh, it's been kept in play. Keeper Jamie Lee Bamford doing a great job there, keeping that ball from going out of play whilst also keeping inside her own penalty area.
Yeah, it was good to keep that in, then keep the game flowing for the RAF.
Abby Hayes won't be in any huge great hurry to take this throw. But I think the Air Force know this job is just about done. The Army are going to do everything they can to make it as difficult as possible. And again, the little layoff from Katie Elwood didn't go where she wanted it to go. Elwood again still throwing everything at it. But the RAF have Abby Hayes down at the moment. She's just holding her left knee, I think, by the looks.
Didn't even see what happened then.
I think it was just, you know, it's one of those challenges that you get in football, isn't it? And she just came off second best and maybe fell awkwardly. Of course, there's no give in these pitches, is there really? You know, well, they're obviously far better than they used to be, but of course, you played on a perfect pitch at Lincoln City last 2 weeks ago. It was one of the best pitches in the Football League at the moment for a club that is flying towards the Championship. The Army, of course, will be playing on another plastic pitch at Havant Waterlooville on Tuesday night next week.
Yeah, another good ground to play on. So the pitches are better than what it used to be years ago.
Oh yes.
Just doesn't hurt when you fall over, and it hurts more.
Yeah, but Abby picks herself up. She won't want to let this little setback affect what's been a terrific performance from her this afternoon. She's had a great game for them. Scoring again today, which for a left back is quite something. And she's back on her feet, back on the pitch. And away we go again. So we played 3 minutes of the allocated 7 stoppage time. Army desperately searching for a goal to get themselves on the score sheet this afternoon. It's going to be very difficult for them though. The RAF just very strong at the back and giving nothing away at all.
No, really hard to break down that RAF team at that back. Army can't find a way through.
I mean, the Air Force, you know, we said at the beginning of the season, who's going to stop the RAF? Well, the Navy gave it a good go 2 weeks ago. The Army have given it a good go this afternoon, but there's so much quality in this RAF team. Ball goes now right onto this left-hand side, this right-hand side rather. And a great effort just goes wide. But the Army, you know, showing some strength towards the end of this game. That was Lauren Druitt then who had the shots there.
Yeah, it was good play by the Army there. Good good find to Lauren, just lacking that finish.
It's been a spirited performance from them in this second half, particularly having gone 3-0 down. Heads haven't dropped. They've worked really hard. Looks like there's going to be another change for the Air Force coming up. In fact, they're going to be...
looks like they're bringing the keeper off.
Well, number 11 is coming off for them. And that is Olivia Smart. And she's going to be replaced by Jess Woods, wearing number 14. And is there going to be a goalkeeper change? Yes, there is going to be a goalkeeper change. You're quite right, Jack. Yeah, Jamie Lee Bamford is coming off. And Jennifer Horrocks comes on to take her place in the RAF team. It's a nice gesture really from the RAF management there to let some of these players who've been involved, and straight away she's going to get involved with the goal kick. I think is she going to go? They're going to play out from the back, or is she going to take it long? She's going to play out from the back. Of course she is.
Yeah, no change there from the RAF. Just change keeper, but same philosophy.
Yep. Well, there's another player gone down. Megan Herbert's gone down this time. It was a challenge from Katie Elwood there. I don't think it was. There's nothing sinister in it. It's all just another strong challenge. And it's going to delay things just a little bit longer. Herbert back on her feet again. The Army will have this ball.
You can see
back.
Kat there ready to go, to pounce.
Yep. Ball floated in. That's really good defensive work then from Shauna Jenkins. She's been so sure-footed this afternoon. Had a terrific game for them at the back. This back line for the RAF has been as strong as anything. The Army still pushing forward though, and still looking to see if they can get a goal. And literally we're in the last allocated minute of stoppage time. There will be a little bit extra to add. There's a quick break there, of course, if that little injury to Megan Herbert. But there won't be too much longer to go now. RAF now can really feel this inter-services title that's going to be coming their way once again. And all credit to them for that. It's been a terrific record they've had over the last 6 years. Deservedly winning this title again.
Yeah, they've played well today. The RAF taken their chances where they can. Against Army have battled hard. They've worked hard. It's just RAF have taken their chances.
They have taken their chances, and they deserve this. Be lifting that inter-services title championship trophy very soon. Free kick goes the RAF's way. And this could be one of the last kicks of the game here. Kat Beaver just standing over the ball. She's going to take it.
They'll probably look to put it in the corner now, just to delay the restart, or they're going to put it in the box. Looks like they're going to go for another goal by the looks of it.
Well, why not when you're 3-0 up? So Jenkins then takes the free kick, aims straight at the goalkeeper, who collects it well, does Tyree Bell, handles it very confidently. And she goes long too. Referee says, let's carry on. 8.5 minutes of stoppage time now played. It's good work again from Elwood. Army in the box, got a chance here. The ball goes across the face of the goal. And it will be cleared away by Eden Marsh for the Air Force.
That was good play that. Just that, again, that final ball. It's just the Army's story this afternoon, that final ball.
It's just let them down, hasn't it? Ball goes high up. That will be a corner, but it won't be because that is the last kick of the game. And it is congratulations to the Royal Air Force, who for a 6th time have become the Inter-Services Women's Champions here. A great performance from them this afternoon. 3-0 victory here against a really plucky Army team who've given it everything but it just wasn't quite good enough this afternoon, Jack.
No, it wasn't it indeed. The RAF were there. They stayed strong at the back, stuck to their principles from the start, and victorious. And I give them hats off. Played the better football, scored the goals, and that's what it takes to win a game of football.
Well, 3 brilliantly taken goals for the RAF in the first half. Lucy Farrow getting that first one, and Jenna Carr getting Georgia Carr rather getting the second goal literally just before half time, which was a real killer for the Army, who knew they had to come out in the second half and give it everything. But Abby Hayes made it absolutely safe with the third goal to give the RAF a deserved victory here against the British Army. The Army, of course, will ride again. They'll be in action again next Tuesday night when they take on the Royal Navy at Havant and Waterlooville. The RAF can sit back and enjoy the moment, because they can say that they're inter-services champions one more time for a 6th successive season. It's a terrific record. It now equals the record set by the Army between 2011 and 2016, when they won 6 titles on the trot. And well, there's a lot of, I'm sure, an awful lot of discussions to be had, a lot of highs and lows to be dictated and discussed over the next few days by the Army, and how they move on really from this.
Yeah, if I was Craig now in this huddle, I would just like, keep your heads up. We look forward to another game on Tuesday, and you can hats off to them. Their spirit, they played for the 90 minutes. I don't think they stopped running for the 90 minutes.
No, they didn't, but hats off to the RAF as well in their huddle now in the middle of the field in the centre circle. And very shortly we will have the presentation for the championship. And I'm just wondering whether we can even bring someone over from the RAF to come and have a chat with us here at our commentary point, to see whether we can get someone over to
it'll be party time now.
Give us some reaction and some celebration to that. But they're very pleased, and of course so many of those RAF players so successful with UCAF as well. They're just not used to losing, are they?
No, they're not. I think even next year now, they'll be still hard to beat. The experience they've got in that team is just unbelievable.
My old history teacher was certainly a man for cliches. He used to say nothing succeeds like success, and that is certainly true for the Royal Air Force football team. Women's football team here today. The men's football team, they've played 2 and lost 2 this season in the inter-services, despite being ahead in both of their matches against the Navy and the Army. But it's success all the way, and a huge congratulations to Carl Craven, his team, and obviously to Cat Beaver, the captain, and all those RAF players who have really put together a terrific little dynasty now. And you know, who's to say they can't go on and win a 7th title next season? I'm sure the Army and the Navy will have something to say about that. And of course the Army players will be that much more experienced. They'll have that much more knowledge of how tough this competition has become.
Yeah, definitely. I think going forward now, Craig needs to look forward to the Navy game, give some of the other new players a chance, and then just look forward to next year, try and knock this RAF team off the top spot.
That's what inter-services football is all about, of course, and that's what they'll be hoping to do. Just a bit of a delay for the presentation. I think we just need to see the trophy presented by the Royal Air Force here before we sign off, and obviously we will try and get some reaction for you, which we'll put out on our social media and on Forces News after the final whistle. But the players now are coming over to the centre of the ground here to receive their awards, and of course it'll be the 3 officials to start with who will be invited up and to be presented with their mementos. Good officialdom this afternoon.
Yeah, they've not had a bad game. I think today got the right decisions correct. To be honest, they didn't really have much to go with, to be honest. It was a fair, even game, back and forth.
Yeah, it was fairly played, wasn't it? A couple of yellow cards, but you would expect that. This is competitive stuff. It's inter-services football.
I'd be shocked if there was no yellow cards in this inter-services game.
So just waiting then for all the players and everyone to muster and gather together to get this championship finally sorted. Inter-services trophy, which of course is ready. I think Richard Wyeth, our colleague from BFBS Radio, is going to be doing the announcements. Those 2 trophies, the one that's being competed for, of course, for the Army RAF this afternoon. Nice to have a trophy for each match, isn't it? I think it's really important in this inter-services for the men's and the women's to have 2 trophies. And obviously the winners' medals at that inter-services trophy, beautifully ready. And very soon we will have this presentation. So just a reminder that we will be back live at Havant and Waterlooville next Tuesday for the final match in the Inter-Services Women's Championship. And on Wednesday we'll be at Fratton Park, where the deciding match in this season's Men's Championship will be played. Richard Wyeth now just doing the introductions now for
Chrissy Wright showing her face again.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see Chrissy Wright here. She'll be disappointed, obviously, that the Army have not won today. Been an absolute mainstay of Army football for so many years. But so congratulations then to the officials. To Gareth Davis comes forward, leading Ben Houghton, Graham Nan and Michael Clements, who was the 4th official this afternoon. They received their awards for their work this afternoon. So important, our officials, of course, in all our sports. So Cat Beaver then is there to receive the trophy for the Army versus RAF game, and the celebrations go up for that.
I'm sure there'll be a bigger celebration than this next trophy.
It's such a great moment there. Any time you lift any silverware, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be like good for the Army against the Navy if they could go and get a trophy. It'd be good for them.
So the RAF then inter-services champions yet again for the 6th successive time. The players coming up to receive their winners' medals now. And every time they win something, the trophy cabinets they have at home presumably get more and more loaded. Mantelpieces need replacing. I don't know. As they form a circle to collect those titles, but every single one of these will mean so much to players and their families and their friends, and of course anyone associated with RAF today. RAF Sport will be absolutely delighted that these women players, and a great reaction there from the RAF's Eden Marsh, having received her trophy as well. And now the officials come forward as well to receive their, or the members of the coaching team, finishing off then with their coach Carl Craven. They'll come through to collect their trophies, and it's a huge congratulations to everyone associated with RAF football. These are heady days for them, golden days for RAF women's football, and the final act now will be the presentation of the Inter-Services Trophy for 2026. And once again, Flight Sergeant Cat Beaver will come forward to collect the trophy. Great moment then for her and for them. And you're quite right, Jack, those are very special moments as they celebrate winning once again. Well, Jack Smith, many thanks indeed for joining us this afternoon. It's not, I know, been the best afternoon for you in terms of Army football, but we've seen a competitive game, haven't we?
Yeah, there's good signs going forward for the Army. Competitive. It's just the final ball now. I think in years to come, the Army will be up there with the RAF.
Well, thanks very much indeed to you for joining us, and thanks very much to you who are joining us again for our coverage here this afternoon from the SB Stadium. Back, as I say, next Tuesday and Wednesday with more inter-services football, and of course we've got inter-services, the boxing championship as well next Thursday as well. But from me, John Knighton, and from all our team here and back at our headquarters at Chalfont, thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you again next week.
Right across the box, it's a big chance.
Great play by the Navy there, fantastic football.
And it's a goal! The Army have an all-important second goal.
Full time in this match, thrilling stuff, especially in the second half.
One game plan, and it's paid off.